Alright, so picking this up again. And I think what we decided last time was to change Duffy to third base since he's actually a pretty decent fielder. And then we're going to let's try to shop Valbuena because we can't demote him where he's going to have to pass through waivers and we might lose him for nothing. We might be able to get something decent for him, which would be ideal. There's actually a lot of players that are pretty good that are being offered here. Like Fernando Salas is a pretty decent pitcher. CJ Wilson, the former starter, not anymore. Rich Hill. Billy Butler. Kendrys Morales. I'm not even sure what our needs would be. I guess catcher would be our need now. Neftali Felice. Not a bad relief pitcher in my opinion. He's got a 1.88 ERA too. Peavy having a not so hot year. 4-7 with a 4.4 ERA. Jonathan Broxton. Not bad. Ryan Webb, really. One of the better relief pitchers. And Marco Estrada. Look at that contract. 11 and 14 million. Oh, I like Matt Belisle. Alright, let's see. I guess we'll just go with a relief pitcher. Pojavar's not bad in relief. Getting paid too much, though. We also don't want fly ball pitchers just because the more balls in the air, the more likely it's going to be gone. So we prefer something with ground ball based. Like this guy's ground ball, that's good. We want that. He's neutral, and that's fine. I think that's actually fine. Blaine Boyer, ground ball tendency, but not quite the amount of strikeouts that I want. Kurt Suzuki hitting 313. It's only 11 games, though. That's a really small sample size. Used to be a great batter in Oakland, but I guess that was a while ago now. He even had a good 2014 campaign, but a bad 2015. So, might spell the end for him. I might go with Neftali Felice, even though he's extreme fly ball. That's too much. I do like John Jaso, but he's more of a DH than anything. It's hard. I try to look at stats more than anything, but Broxton, see, this is not his fault. He's a neutral guy too. Let's see what he's at. 55%. That's not his fault. But problem is, he's they say right here in his personality, not a leader but doesn't cause any trouble. But very low leadership and low work ethic. Even though it's only normal greed, I still don't want him on the team just because it doesn't seem like he's going to be a pretty good addition. Santiago Casilla, not bad. He's not having a good year, and he's getting paid $6.5 million. So I really don't want him. And I think a guy like Ryan Webb would be best for us. I think I am going to go with Ryan Webb. I'm going to go with Ryan Webb. So let's put Brandon Moss on here. Let's see who our worst bullpen guy is. James Hoyt. You wouldn't think that because he looks like he's got pretty good ratings, but he's just not cutting it out for us this season. Giving up a lot of home runs, and he's just not having lots of success. But we might go with this guy. No, he's a pretty good pitcher too. It's a pretty strong bullpen actually. That is actually a pretty good bullpen, but we'll demote him. see if he does better in the minors. And something that I want to do that I usually do, but I didn't, is set pitch counts, because pitchers that get tired are more likely to give up home runs and such. So we're just going to set pitch counts for people in the bullpen, actually, and we'll do about 25 for everybody, just because I don't want them getting too tired. And starting to play poorly. So let's do Will Harris as well. 25. Gregerson. 25. Fields. 25. And that should be it for these guys. We're going to start putting some limits as well. We'll do 100, and we'll do 90, 90. We'll do 95. We'll do 90. Let's actually move. Yeah, let's do that 90 as well. So let's make these changes in our lineup here. We're going to put Moss, switch him with Duffy. There we go. We're going to do Moss, switch him with Duffy. Whoops. There we go. And there it is, reflected in the lineup. So that's good. And I think we're ready to go now. So let's see how Moss does with us. I'm hoping he does much better and has a real resurgence, because he's really not a terrible player. He's got a lot of power. Lost 2 out of 3 to Seattle, and we're not really playing well at all going into the break. Did win the last game, so that's not bad. We're sitting at 47 and 42, 5 games back. And the biggest thing is that we are third in home runs and second in runs scored, which is great. 7th in on base percentage, which is not ideal, but it is what it is. It looks like Moss is struggling with us. 182, 308, but does have 2 home runs in 10 games, so that's not bad. Castro is still another detriment in our lineup. Carlos Gomez, he's hitting a lot of home runs, and he's playing good defense, but I would like an upgrade there. So I'm thinking we need to add a different pitcher. Fister's not doing it. He's just not quite getting the job done. Dallas Keuchel's not getting it done either. And I'm not sure why. But just like in real life, he didn't have a good season this year either. So McCullers is doing very well, but Feldman has to go. It looks like we've got the room for it. We have plenty of money. So let's try to find a starting pitcher that... Let's actually check this out. Let's look for any emails about team chemistry. I don't usually look at team chemistry too much. Oh, I almost missed the international free agency. I did actually miss it. It's not over yet, but I didn't get first dibs, and you can see here. Maybe I will. Let's check out this guy. And this guy. Whoops. Yeah, so we'll go with this guy here. Just because he's so talented, let's offer him 3.6. We'll do it. So we're over, and here are the rules. Teams may spend up to $3 million on international amateur free agents per year. Penalties for spending above the cap are: if a team spends between 5 and 10%, they won't be able to sign more than one player for a bonus of more than $500,000 next year. If I spend between 10 and 15%, it won't be able to sign any player for a bonus of more than $500,000 next year. If a team spends more than 15% over, it won't be able to sign any player for more than $250,000. So you are restricted to having one player of more than $500,000. Or no. Yeah, we won't be able to sign more than one for a bonus of more than $500,000. So we can sign one person, but we are restricted. If we spend between 10 and 15% over the cap, we won't be able to sign anyone. And we are 20% over the cap. So that means that we won't be able to sign any player next year, pretty much. If we get this guy, we probably will get this guy, but he's a pretty decent pitcher, so he could turn into something great. Let's actually check out his personality. Very high work ethic is always nice to see, so I think that we will go ahead and let's actually look for a starting pitcher. We really need that. Our starters ERA is 13th in the league, and we're 13th in runs against, so that's not good. Our bullpen's fine. We need better starters, though, so let's see what we can do. Eric Ibar is on trade block, wow. And Jared Saltalamacchia, who's a very good power-hitting catcher, but not interested in that right now. Dioner Navarro is not a bad catcher either, but not interested in him. Let's try this feature out. I don't really use this feature like ever, but let's just see. Let's do minimum quality is good. Current ability, yeah, we'll do current ability. Yeah. Let's see what kind of offers we get. I've never used that feature before, so I'm kind of curious to see what happens. Okay, so we went 2 days, and trade proposal from New York, offering to send Nathan Eovaldi in return for Jose Altuve. All right, well that's not happening. Cincinnati, they want Lance McCullers for Alfredo Simon. That's definitely not happening. So I'm thinking that this feature is definitely not working. Bernie Ruiz did not sign with us, which is probably a good thing because then we wouldn't be able to sign anybody. Jake Odorizzi, in return for Dallas Keuchel, and $3 million cash. Well, that's not happening. So I'm just going to assume that this feature is not a very good one. Cashner for Keuchel. I'm not really interested in that. Although Cashman's having a good year. Maybe I can get him for anything else. Let's trade for him and see what we can get. Michael Felice. Might actually be better just let me call up this guy instead of trying to get some amazing. Let's bring up maybe let's do all of our prospects here. A lot of these guys I just drafted too. I actually really like that guy. I'm not trading him. I like this one a lot too. Jeez. These are some really good players we have, at least potential-wise. I'll do Tyler Duvall. And definitely Thomas Johns. And let's see if we can make it work. Who would make this work? Celestino? Gustave. No, he's a decent pitcher. This guy's a decent prospect. AJ Reed. I don't want to give up any of these guys. But Cashner's having a great year, and I think we really need him. This is my first overall pick. That's the guy that I was going to bring up. This is hard. So it's hard to decide because you don't want to give up. Too much. Oh wait, I'll just give him Feldman. Yeah, duh. I don't even know why I was debating that. I need a spot in my rotation anyway, so let's go up Cashner and let's do Cashner there. I forgot to set a roll for Ryan Webb actually. It will do. We have a game strategy for him. 25 pitches. Okay. We'll do long and middle. And that should be fine. Let's get rid of that. We'll use him for high leverage as well. Cashner will have 95. And Thister. This is not getting it done. I mean, Kugel's at least striking people out. 6.9. It's not insane, but he's not. Yeah, Fister's got to go. We're gonna demote him. I wonder if it'll just let me straight demote him. He refuses to be demoted, so we're gonna have to waive him. And we're gonna go here. We're gonna bring up one of these guys, and it's most likely gonna be Felice. Yeah, let's bring him up, and let's throw him in there. And let's give him 90 as well. We'll give this guy 95. And whoops. 95, and we'll give Kukul 95 as well. And that, I think we've just upgraded our rotation by enough of a margin. So let's see what happens here. Well, we just swept Seattle, and that is a first for the season, and amazing for our season. And we're really holding them to a lot less runs. 3, 4, 3, 1, 0, and 2 is amazing in comparison to what our starters had been in the past. So I think we're doing a great job upgrading there. And we held them to 2 runs and 5 runs. I think we really made the right choice. We had a 10-game winning streak, which pushed us in first place by a lot. So we are at 18 minutes in this video. I'm just going to finish out the video. We're going to trade him, actually. But I will do that trade next video. So we're at 18 minutes. I'm going to cut it here. Thanks for watching, guys.